Hello! I should be live now. Oh, I don't know what that was. Am I live? There we go. Alright. How is the audio, Brent? Just my voice compared to the music. Receiving mail. Yo, let's go. Brent? There's like no music here, so never mind. There's all these, which I read yesterday. Probably read them again, though. Moika here, are you a student? Oh wait, no, this is just her, like, trying to figure out a bunch about it. Never mind, I don't want to read this again. I won't read it out loud, but I'm just gonna quick check through them again, see if there's anything possibly important. Alright. Yeah, nothing really worth talking about there. Are Anthony or Sag in here? Just before I continue. Hello? Jeez. Alright, well, I guess I'll just start. The dawn of a new day. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. It's real quiet. The music or me? Both, but mostly me. Does that help at all? Hey, Carson. If you just turn out the stream, I think that should help. Like, because I just turned the game down a bit. Because I already have myself at 200%. So unless I should just go more than that, I guess, I don't know. The music here is pretty quiet either way. Like right now there's not even music. It's still a bit quiet. Like me, I'm still a bit quiet. You can hear me fine. Okay. I'll turn music up some. Wait, did I read that? Dawn of a new day. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. Sleep deprivation makes the summer sun seem all the brighter. I really don't want to go outside, but I'm fed up with the humidity inside the lab. I'd chug a bottle of Dr. P. My stomach protests. Maybe I drank too fast. I'm exhausted. My hands are shaking slightly, and my vision is cloudy. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. I should shave off some. That should stave off exhaustion, if only temporarily. This building has a basic shower room. There's no bath, but it's enough. The lab would be awful without it. Dot. Daru is at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impatiently. The room is mostly silent, save for the electric fans humming and Daru's mouse clicks. Daru doesn't look my way, and he doesn't try to start a conversation. Neither do I. I don't have the energy. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday, that shocking experiment convinced me that the phone wave, named subject to change, was also a time machine. But Kurisu didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. A time machine? A time machine? It can't be! Then she took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the phone wave, named subject to change, had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. Yo, hey Sag. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave, named subject to change, is indeed a time machine. I'm actually curious if they're ever going to name that in this game. They're going to give it the final name. The results, however, we went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items. We tossed each of them into the phone wave, named subject to change, but everything failed. No change. Nothing happened. After the experiment where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally. No jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. First, let's review the problems revealed by this last run of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge, safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water, just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. Well, keep an eye out from now on, but if things get dangerous, we should seriously consider relocating our experiments. Problem number 2. Mass increase. When the discharge phenomenon occurs, the phone wave, named subject to change, suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. Water on electrical fire? I guess. Because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent on the floor. To deal with the issue, we placed the microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides the hole in the floor too. It's only a temporary fix, though. If we make any more holes, Mr. Braun is quite capable of raising my rent. And that's to say nothing of the calamity it will cause if it falls through the floor. Anyway, we need to find the source of the mass increase. If amateurs like us, like us even can, that is. But the first 2 problems pale before the third. This last problem is critical. Unless we solve it, we can't even really experiment with the phone wave, named subject to change. Problem number 3. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send email to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce the discharge phenomenon. I had the idea that opening the microwave door was the key. Oops. Wait, hold on. I didn't mean to press skip. Okay. That theory was proven false. There might be something else I'm missing, but for now we're at an impasse. We started off in high spirits, but grew more and more frustrated as time progressed, which brings us to the present. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Another email pops up on my phone. From Shining Finger. I haven't gotten a reply yet. Are you still asleep? You sleep too much, Okabe-kun. You're living like an old man. Well, I guess I'm not one to talk. Anyway, let me know if you have something. Let me know when you have something on the IBN 5100. Pretty please. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. They're all from Shining Finger, the woman called Kiryu Moeka. I've never used emails this often before. Even Mayuri sends me 1 or 2 a day, and she's a teenage girl. Frankly, this is starting to get on my nerves. I saw how fast Shining Finger typed. That should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. I was careless. It's too much of a pain to reply, so I ignore it. I finish off the bottle of Dr. P. My stomach gurgles. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. More mail? Okay, this one's an actual choice. From Mayuri. Mayushi's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to ship in too sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. So I could reply, don't get angry. Next time I'll treat you to anything you want to eat. So keep buying more bananas for the sake of our experiments. Or you eat too much anyway. Go on a diet before it's too late. Jeez. You going to bed, Seg? Alright. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll reply this. I'm so hungry, I don't even feel like showering. I call out to Daru, who's hammering on the keyboard. Hey, want to go to Sanbo for some beef for some beef bowl? Nah, too much trouble. Aren't you hungry? Yeah, but you're such a bum. What is he doing on the computer anyway? I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. What is that? There's an image of a futuristic-looking facility I've never seen before. Richly colored cords crawl through a gigantic octagonal tunnel, like the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi novel. I mean movie, sorry. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Incidentally, the people don't look Japanese. Ugh. Daru sighs heartily. I don't know if the blank look in his eyes is from sleepiness, exhaustion, or if something's just wrong with him. The Large Hadron Collider sure is cute. Oh, what? What did you just say? Large Hadron Collider? Wait, what? Colliander. Oh, okay. Hadron Collider. Large Hadron Colliander? Is that an incantation? No, a secret technique? Large Hadron Collider. You don't know about it? I grab Daru's relaxed shoulders and wring them out. Oh, what are you doing? Are you conscious? Of course, man. What is this Large Hadron Collider thing? You know, it's what CERN uses to do their experiments. LHC for short. It's seriously moe. Recommended. You're lusting for something that's not even humanoid? Of course not. But there's something about it that gets me excited, you know? Makes me smile, you know? Don't you feel that? Come to think of it, I remember you said that you found factories and the undersides of highways irresistible or something. Yeah, same thing. Where does it end? 2D, 3D, and even inanimate objects. Life's too short. I don't want to limit my interests, you know? And yet you'll do anything to avoid things that don't interest you. Hypocrite. CERN. That name. I've seen it somewhere, and recently. Where was it again? Oh, of course. John Titor. Oh yeah, that guy you mentioned earlier. He's the guy at Channel's going crazy about, isn't he? That one might be an imposter. I was talking about John Titor, who appeared 10 years ago. He appeared 10 years ago? The same guy? I had hoped that Daru would remember, but no such luck. Anyway, John Titor mentioned CERN. I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of. Titor made a prediction, namely, that before the year 2034, CERN will develop a time machine. A time machine? That's a timely topic. Oh my gosh. But that wasn't just 10 years ago. This new Titor said the same thing. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or 10 seconds ago. That's not the point, Daru. This coincidence can very well be the source of Steins Gate. The choice of Steins Gate. Can we trust this Titor guy? It doesn't matter if we trust him or not. Now we have something in common, a time machine. We should investigate CERN. We've got nothing to lose. Vigor returns to my body. Curiosity truly is the greatest delicacy for a mad scientist like me. Anyway, the phone wave, named Subject to Change experiment, has hit a dead end for now, so it shouldn't matter if I take a little detour for this. Tell me everything you know about CERN. Sure thing. My CERN folder is smoking hot. Daru strikes his keys with renewed passion. He goes to the My Pictures folder and opens a folder literally called CERN. CERN is the world's largest particle physics research institution. It's popularly called the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, or the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's close to the border of Switzerland and France, on the outskirts of Geneva. It's famous as the birthplace of HTML, HTTP, and the World Wide Web. Abbreviated as WWW, also simply called the Web, the standardized document system used on the Internet. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, the communication protocol used to transfer data like HTML between a browser and a web server. HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, a language used to design web page documents, allows the embedding of images, videos, sound, and hyperlinks. Alright. The World Wide Web? You mean the Internet? Bingo. That thing at the beginning of most URLs. CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read in Titor's book. I never knew they were that amazing. Most people aren't aware, but there's a Japanese research team working at CERN too. What sort of research does CERN do? Particle physics, mostly. CERN can do experiments no one else can, because they have the biggest particle accelerators in the world. The lower energy antiproton ring, the proton synchrotron booster, the large electron positron collider, and the big boss is the largest accelerator in the world, the LHC, Large Hadron Collider TON. TON? Otaku possesses the ability to anthropomorphize in moe form just about anything in the world simply by sticking TON at the end of its name. Daru's powers encompass even particle accelerators. To represent a non-human entity as a humanoid character. Animals and military hardware are among the most common subjects, but anything can be anthropomorphized. Even abstract concepts, chemical elements, and countries. Daru doesn't seem to notice my shock. He just brings up the next image. The LHC is a 27-kilometer long circular tunnel built underneath CERN's headquarters. Its purpose is to smash protons together in the hope of creating unknown elementary particle reactions. They started experimenting last year. Before they started, there were rumors that the experiments might create mini black holes. Oh no! Those mini black holes will swallow the Earth. The universe is in danger, etc. Mini black holes. I'm pretty sure Titor said his time machine used mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true? What's the possibility of that actually happening? 100%. that it won't. CERN officially denies it. Let's say a mini black hole was formed. The amount of energy would be so tiny that it would disappear instantly upon formation. It would be impossible for it to swallow the world. But where there's smoke, there's fire. If I remember correctly, Titer claimed that CERN began time machine research in 2001. In 2034, they complete the time machine. Right now, it's 2010. If they actually started that research, it would have been 9 years ago. According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. That's suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Titer's story is true. Some of Titer's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Titer's 2000 appearance. There's something important in Titer's tale. Or at least, I want there to be. I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. Hehehe. Don't be surprised, I've sniffed out an evil conspiracy. John Titer, CERN. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, that's right. They're likely connected to the organization. Huh. Coincidence? Come now, don't disappoint me. What? Evidence? Well, if you must know... Whispers. Gosh dang. Whispers. Whispers of my mad scientist intuition. Those jerks are trying to destroy the world. Yeah, with mini black holes. But what if we were to steal that technology? What then? Hehehe. Of course. Who do you think I am? Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. Elsai congru. I put away my phone, then turned to find Daru giving me an exasperated look. Just who the heck are you fighting with? More mail? Just hearing that from Okuden makes me happy. Whatever, pilot? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Daru, I know what we must do. What we must do. Was that? Don't you was at me. You're supposed to grin like you know exactly what I'm talking about. What kind of super hacker are you? I wanted him to say something, well, why the heck not? So what's in it for me? And then we continue like this, grinning slyly the whole time. Me. A week's worth of potato chips. Daru. 10 days. Me. Huh. You sure are a glutton. Daru. The dive makes you a hungry man. Me. Deal. Get started. You got it, boss. Or something like that. Yep. A real cool conversation. But the real world, Daru just purses his lips. You always give such half-baked explanations. Try to sound intelligible before you try to sound intelligent. Work with me here. You're a super hacker. Stop saying hacker. At least say hacker. See where I'm going with this? No, not at all. Hack into CERN. Daru stares at me in disbelief. Is this some kind of joke? I know you can do it, Daru. Expose their dastardly deeds and find any hints you can about the time machine. Dastardly deeds? You're just imagining that stuff, Okuden. We stand at a crossroads. Will the phone wave, named subject change, become a functional time machine, or will it die as garbage in lab storage? You serious? I'm always serious. I look Daru straight in the eye as I answer. Looks like that made him understand my position. Daru sweeps the garbage off his desk and sits up straight. I'm not responsible for the consequences, got it? Suddenly, Daru is bursting with energy. It's like his earlier lethargy was a lie. Deal. Get started. Let's do this. For your payment, I'll deposit a week's supply of potato chips into your Swiss bank account. Daru doesn't respond. He's already deep in concentration. Anyway, I'm gonna sleep. It's all yours. I lie down on the sofa and let the clacking of Daru's keyboard lull me to sleep. I wake up to the twilight sun streaming in through the window, and I have more mail. From Faris. I still don't know how to pronounce this girl's name entirely. Kioma. When operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet. You don't want them to notice you, remember? No, you don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make things interesting. What are you scheming? In 2,000 years. Is the church still devoted to that fool's errand? Even if they manage to resurrect their messiah, humanity's faith is less than 17% of what it was in his time. Mankind doesn't need decrepit old gods to save them. Are you suggesting that I, the great Hoenn Kioma, run and hide? You risk my ire, cat girl. Akiba, part of the mundane world? Nonsense. This town has belonged to chaos for centuries, as it shall forevermore. Huh. I don't know how I want to reply to this. I'll reply this one, I guess. Why not? A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Daru is exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room, but I can't find Mayuri. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Then I throw myself back down onto the sofa and start browsing at channel on my phone. And what perfect timing. Titer is currently posting in the thread. The Everett Wheeler model is correct. Please look it up to learn more. It seems you're all still clinging to preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed... If the result of an event, the effect is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. Okay. That's why there are so few people that can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world line's percent difference from the standard. Die, troll. You claim to be a time traveler without any proof. Stock trends, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know. Your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. Hehehe. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details, Plox. Oh noes, humanity is doomed. What has science done? Lol. Noob's responding seriously to troll thread. This guy's a crappy troll. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Titer's points have merit. By the way, Titer, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I'll bet my entire life savings. Everett wheel model equals many words interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all the stupid name tags? This Hoenn Kyoma is more annoying than Titer. You call yourself John Titer, but you're fluent in Japanese. Writing in English would would at least make it seem more realistic. You can't do English, can you? Can I ask you a favor, Titer-san? Tassan? My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death. So please, lend me your time machine. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Continuing where I left off. My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death. So please, lend me your time machine. You're gonna believe this time traveler without proof? Are you an idiot? No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a single direction. That's proof that your preconceptions are deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as the truth. I'm starting to understand why CERN was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event causes divergence to change, the timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major event causes this world line to diverge into a new world line. Let's call it world line B. On world line B, I'm afraid to say @channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all of your memories of reading and posting on @channel will disappear, and to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing the present, you change the past. I wrote about CERN yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. I desire only to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you close-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I've heard what Titer has to say. And then I will make contact with Titer and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist, Hoenn Kyoma, will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleazebags. Tell me stock prices or frickin' die. I won't believe until you tell me. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. Who the heck can alter the memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you even realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does any of that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Wait, the future's a wasteland? That means I can be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'm gonna go get me a mohawk. Anyone know where I can buy spiked shoulder pads? I checked CERN's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? Mad Max goals. I agree. Hey, that guy knows what he wants to do, and he's going for it. What the heck's gonna happen? Does Tider have a mohawk? Jeez, that's Moe. Are you implying that our brains make the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree and we're the branches or something? That's some evil level garbage right there. Go back to 2036. Is this how you reply to a scientific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of the timeline and alteration of people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent in saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. They are reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. What's a road warrior? Anyone home? I don't know who this is. I'm immersed in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. Oh, it's her. I don't have a voice for her yet. Mad Max guy must not make it. What? I don't know what voice to give this girl now. The door opens and a girl peeks inside. I'll recognize her. Yeah, she's the girl that's, it's the guy's new employee, their landlord. It's the girl I met yesterday at the Braun Tube workshop. Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, the Mad Max guy doesn't survive because he doesn't know what a road warrior is. Use the Starfinger voice? I guess I could use that for her, since she's probably not going to talk anymore. Hi, I'm from the Braun Tube workshop. When our eyes met, she smiles. The TV you sent in for repairs has been fixed. Mind picking it up? Darius typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in the zone. It would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside. Why do we have to be sneaky? What was this girl's name again? I think it was something like Aruma or Amore. Oh right, Amane. Amane Suzuha. Currently, my genius partner in crime is executing an important mission. I don't want to bother him. Huh. What exactly do you guys do? I told you before that learning our secrets could put you and everything you know in grave danger. You're called the Future Gadget Laboratory, right? How do you know that? I never told you. Wait, are you an organization spy? I raise my guard and spring into praying mantis stance. But Suzuha just stares blankly. That's what it said on your mail. That's what it said on your mailbox. Oh. I lower my guard. Why didn't she just say so? Well, now that you know, it's not like you can unknow. I'll give you the short explanation, but you must not tell a soul. Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me, or are her eyes gleaming? We are the Future Gadget Laboratory, dedicated to defeating the evil organization that rules the world from the shadows. Mwahahaha. Wow. Is the Eagle organization CERN? Huh? Yeah, but... Oh, so I was right? Those guys are Those guys really are a contemptible lot, aren't they? She nods to herself for some reason. And contemptible? And contemptible? I thought I was the only one who uses words like that in normal conversation. How did you know we were hacking into CERN? What? You're hacking into them? Right now? Me and my big mouth. Just answer my question. How did you know about our business with CERN? Well, actually I overheard you this afternoon. If you stand here, you can hear more stuff. You can hear stuff from the window. The window. Come to think of it, it was open, and Dara and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? I look up to the second floor. The window's still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Dar is working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Braun Tube workshop. I assume that's hers. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame is all sparkly. Its tires mostly clean. It's probably new. It looks pretty fast, but whose is it? I've only been working here for a day, but... Suzuha opens the Braun Tube workshop door with a wry smile. I've gotten a lot more free time than I expected. I've gone out 4 or 5 times today. Figure I'd reconnoiter the front of the store. See if I couldn't spot any customers. Reconnoiter? Now there's a word you don't hear in casual conversation. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance, to scout an area and gather intelligence. Is she some kind of secret agent? I followed Suzuha into the store. So that's when I heard you guys talking from the second floor. I got interested and looked it up online. Now I know all the rumors about CERN. Dang, we were careless. Alright, good to know, Anthony. Thank you for finally telling me that you'll be here tomorrow. Looks like we need to close that window and we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell. Danged if I do, danged if I don't. Anyway, you must not tell anyone else, or else Men in Black will raid us. Why did the voice chat fall apart? I don't know. Oh yeah, I understand. I'm actually tight-lipped, so don't worry. Lukaku. Wait. Okay, now who's Lukaku again? Is that the girl at the... Oh yeah. Lukaku is the guy that looks like a girl. Okay. I made cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some, and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I bake some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samidare whenever you have time. P.S. I managed 10 practice swings today. You mustn't depend on me. Remember, all things come to an end. Every meeting heralds a parting. I can't hide from the organization forever, and the seal on my arm grows weaker by the day. When I'm gone, you'll have to take care of yourself. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us every day. If you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. Alright, gosh dang it. You sure get along with your family. How many family members do you have anyway? Daru keeps insisting that shrine maidens should only come in pairs. Yeah, I know his voice is really feminine. I don't have a voice for him yet. Because the only time you see him, I've already passed. Like, I skipped through that. Because that was what I did on before I started streaming this game. I'll reply with that. Yeah, for any emails, I just keep the normal voice, as if it's just Rintaro reading it. Suzuha grins and thumps her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the Braun Tube workshop. That gigantic TV isn't on. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know, Brent. Mr. Braun's not here either. Where's the manager? He left right after he finished repairing your TV. Oh. Oh, okay. I see your play. You probably went to see the chipmunk. Who's the chipmunk? He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking up my beloved daughter up from school. Or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. He dotes on her too much. It probably just annoys her. Anyway, just how irresponsible can you be to neglect work to see your daughter? He used to put a back soon sign on the door whenever he left, but now he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone. So, here's the fixed TV. Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter. He said to charge 1,000 yen. Dang, manager. But he gave it to us just so we could charge repair fees. Slap screws for TV. This bad boy costs $1,000 to repair. Yen, I mean. This boy can cost so many yen. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it over to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out. Thanks for your patronage. Well, take it. I'll just take it anyway. Away. By myself? Are you joking? Huh? Didn't you bring it here by yourself? Don't you know what it takes? Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman. You know, Mount Hellybilly is playing Warframe. Hype. I guess I can help, but... Oh, I see. So we're already in the age where women do physical labor. She mutters, her tone pensive. How sarcastic of her. Huh. I don't remember anyone asking for your help. Honestly, getting help from a girl like you would just hurt my pride. Wow. Applause. That was so manly. I might be falling for you. Huh. You think you can trick me like that? You're lying, aren't you? Eh? What makes you think that? It's one of my powers. Coloring gentlemen. What? This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red, then they die. So what, is he just a stand user now? Then they die. You have powers? Suzuha's eyes pop. But then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise. You hate it when that happens? When, Coloring gentleman. That does sound like a stand name. When they die, I hate it when that happens. Ugh. Are you some kind of Esper? When I nod, she whispers into my ear. Are there a lot of Espers like you? Of course not. I'm special. I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty. Oh, you got me scared for a second there. But still, it's amazing that people like you exist. Maybe Sona is the reason there aren't more where I came from. After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding. By the way, does the ability to see through lies have any combat application at all? If it were me, I want perfect accuracy within 1,000 meters, or ultra-fast reflexes that let me tear the enemy's limbs off before they can react. His Majesty is unbearable? What are you talking about? What the heck is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? Rentaru? Rintaru? Yeah, wait, are you talking about Rintaro? A mock battle using air guns, primarily played outside in the mountains. Participants generally wear camouflage. No, wait, don't tell me. You're an organization assassin, aren't you? You must be the one they call Miss Golgo. Who hired you? Nobody hired me. What's a Golgo? Okay, thrusting his chest out to display his majesty, I see. She's trying to gloss over things with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me. I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday. Anyway, do you have any other powers? Even if I did, there's no way I'd tell a hitman hired to kill me. I'm not going to kill you. Revealing my powers would be suicide. They are most effective with the element of surprise. In other words, they're for me to know and you to find out. Meanie. Say what you like. Burning tension runs between us. Our eyes meet. Invisible sparks scatter. More mail? It's probably from, what's his face? Nope, Shining Finger. I thought it would be from Lukaku. Okabe-kun, I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please tell me please tell me the Super Hacker's address when you can. If we don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBN 5100 first. I would reply to you if you gave me blue options. Shining Finger. Like, that's your problem. You're not giving me any blue options. And then an email arrives to break the stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. I already read that email. That's Okabe's power? Okabe's power? Is that she never gets any blue options? This ringtone is starting to make me mad. It's most likely from that male demon, Shining Finger. He's the protagonist, but he can only reply to emails with links in them? What do you mean, links? Oh, is that? Oh, okay. The blue things are the links then. Oh, I get it. I can tell without even checking. The blue text with underlines are similar to links, right? Would be if you ask me. The blue text with underlines is just like options. Like it's not links. It's just so like for example, I had the like two of them here were the cookies and my family. That's what they look like. Okay, actually, yeah, that is what they look like, but yeah, they're just options to reply with, too. I'm easy telling you how this game works, mister. Hyperlinks, sounds hype. This is getting ridiculous. I'm 1,000 years too early? I don't know what you're talking about. She's got some stalker questions, and maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. Looks like a small metal pin. Runaway Me is playing Terraria? Alright, I'm gonna turn those off then, or what? They're fine, are you sure? Anthony, stop making him feel self-conscious. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like it just takes away from the experience when you're constantly talking about whoever's online with whatever game. But, looks like a small liminal pin. Anyway, how could she be this lazy on her second day? I love CRTs was a lie too, wasn't it? Why the frown? Did you get a death notice? A what? Just wondering. She was just wondering if I got a death notice? How can she say that with a straight face? And what the heck is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist? What I meant to ask is if you got some unpleasant news. You could say that. This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. There's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBN 5100. Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak. An IBN 5100? You know about them? Yeah. I see. So the IBN 5100 legend is famous, huh? Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought. Yeah. That's it. I heard the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it? I actually tried looking for an IBN 5100, but in the end I came to the conclusion that there isn't one in Akiba. I see. Well, that's true. You sound like you know something. Eh? Well, I do and I don't, I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happen to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine, and something like that. Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face. Who are you? Suzuha falls back down on onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position. I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information on the IBN 5100, but when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it anymore. I'm not even interested in the IBN 5100. I'm more concerned with CERN right now, or CERN. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's resume, after all. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing if that interesting information of yours is true or not. Oh, that's harsh. Well, I admit I'm acting kind of suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And then you'll writhe in agony when you can't figure it out. Truth is, the IBN 5100 has a hidden function. A hidden function? That reminds me. I'm pretty sure the John Titor from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBN 5100 can do something or other. Wait, what? Can do something or other with a proprietary programming language? Can do something with a proprietary programming language. I'm not sure if that sentence makes sense. It doesn't to me, though. No way. How did you know? Tell me. I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin. It's another one of my powers. Leading question. I can read your heart of hearts. What? No fair. For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power. 2 stands? Yeah. I would say something. I would make another reference. I would make a JoJo reference, but that's spoilers for Anthony. I see everything. Amane Suzuha. Resistance is futile. He has the stand. Oops. Cool. Anyway, the IBN 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBN's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Short for beginners, all-purpose symbol. It's something else, Anthony. By the way, it's not. I mean, that's what it's referencing, I assume, but I'm talking about something else. Short for beginners, all-purpose symbolic instruction code, a beginner's programming language frequently used in the 1970s. APL is short for a programming language. A programming language introduced in 1964. Now I remember. John Titor said the same thing in 2000. And right after that, an IBN engineer officially admitted to that function's existence. Now it's a dead programming language that can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100. The reason Titer traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moeka needs to use it too. Wants to use it too. Yeah, is that actually its real name? A programming language? Jeez. Maybe Moeka wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function. That's why IBM 5100s are so rare. While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So IBM's 5100s are super rare? Maybe if I get one, I could sell it for a high price. C++ was originally called C with classes. What the heck? That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first I have to deal with CERN. Is that the end of that scene? No. Back to @channel. Life in 2036. Okay. Should have called it Sea Fortress 2. Oh. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. What chapter is this, and have you seen the show? This is chapter 2, I'm pretty sure. And, I have not seen the show. Yeah, everyone else in this chat is friends in real life. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of that conflict you see in this era. There's no war? How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? Yeah, okay, all the mods are, so WoW 75, Rubber Titan, and Nanarpuss are all friends. Yeah. Is Committee of 300 only 300 people? I would assume so. Which might be a reference to 300. How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor. This Tiger guy stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Turn to an 18th century level of technology. Right now, you should be asking yourselves how that is possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? To answer that question is the reason I'm here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there's no denying that our actions are kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many of you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I should really kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of garbage, and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious naturalist tears, lol. CERN probably figured it out. They've got a time machine to experiment with, right? That would make you no better than Titer. Yeah, I think WoW and Rubber Titan have seen this show. But Nanopus is the only one who's played the game. That would make you no better than Titer. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Titer, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBN 5100? Is John Titer plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Titer was crazy, but this Hoenn guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys. World War III, Lamau. Isn't there supposed to be an IBN 5100 in Akiba? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless, but if even one person pays attention, that's enough. You finished the visual novel not long ago? Nice. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be quite a long experience. And you'll start Steins Gate 0 this weekend. Alright. I have no idea how good that is compared to this. But this is great so far. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have the time. Of course, if anyone else would also like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my address once more. John Titer at egweb.ne.jp. Alright. I'll see you in a bit. Wow. Took you about 40 hours for this one? Alright. It'll probably take me longer, though, since I'm reading everything out loud. But that's good to know. 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. Oh, okay, you streamed it. Oh, okay. Then that's a really good estimate, then. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Daru, who's while browsing at channel on my phone. Now you're curious for you time? You go check, alright. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-a-tat of his keyboard. Oh, I see. You're here to promote your channel. What a guy. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says, "Don't talk to me." But drop me that follow, by the way. All right, remind me like at the end of the stream. I'll go to your channel. If you're still here at the end of the stream, remind me. I'll head to your channel and follow you. Check you out sometime. But his entire body is exuding an aura that says, "Don't talk to me." Pretty sure I already read that, but whatever. I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with John Titer aren't making sense. Not even Titer himself seems to know about the Titer from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on that channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decided to email Titer directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on that channel. I guess that's his way of saying bring it on. In my email, I questioned the differences between his posts now and his posts 10 years ago. The current Titer hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War II breaks out. World War III breaks out, sorry. Many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. In 2036, the world is contaminated from nuclear warfare. John Titor travels to 1975 to obtain IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 was necessary to retrieve technology lost in World War III. You travel from 2036 to 1975 to attain an IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. Only a few of IBM's engineers knew about it. In 1998, Titor meets his younger self and his parents in America. In 1998, you went to America to see your young self and your parents. John Titor was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. You're a soldier being volunteered to become a time traveler. John Titor is an American. You're American. Furthermore, in 2000, Titor correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. This is how you described yourself 10 years ago. Why have you changed your story? The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, his other predictions were unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, civil war in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. Popularly known as the Y2K bug. At the turn of the 21st century, there were concern over the possibility of widespread computer failure when the year turned 2000. What are you saying wait for? How would a U.S. president be elected in 2009? I don't know. If someone got impeached, I guess? Well, even then. I don't know. In order to save memory space, old operating systems almost always abbreviated use to the final two digits. Hence, when 1999 changed to 2000, the last two digits would change from 99 to 00. If its programming didn't anticipate that change, the computer could erroneously assume that the year was 1900. It was rumored that computers in the military, financial, and government sectors might malfunction and cause a worldwide catastrophe. To address this issue, countermeasures were taken in the mid-1990s to manually update every program. As a result of these countermeasures, the year 2000 problem was averted. Pretty sure I've heard about this whole thing when I was younger. Like that whole theory. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm gonna ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Also, most of your predictions from back then didn't come true. Oh! I was trying to read that. Sorry for the sudden mail. Okay. Most of your predictions from back then didn't come true. If you're from the future, then why didn't your predictions come true? I'd appreciate a satisfactory explanation. Alright. Sending mail. Alright, let's send it now. Got him. If he can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current Titor is an imposter. This is your litmus test, John Titor. There's a patch to make the text on the phone wrap correctly? How do I get that? Because that looks way better than what I have. You'll let me know at the end? Alright. Hehehe. So what are your true colors? Doo-doo! Good morning! Of stream, unless you want to do it now. Might take some time. Yeah, I'll probably just do it like off stream sometime. Mayuri comes in. Looks like she's forgiven us. for experimenting on her food. She's back to her usual smiley self. What are you doing here so early? Well, I heard you guys had stayed up 2 nights in a row, so I brought you some goodies. Excellent. Good job. Though to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag. And then she takes out... Ta-da! Canned Odin! What is that? A canned meal. That's fair enough. Sold in vending machines. Each can contains a hot broth with various Odin ingredients such as boiled egg, radish, cognac, beef, and tofu. A popular Akihabara specialty. The canned Odin is still warm when she gives it to me. I open the lid right away and eat the beef. Mayuri and I have been together for a long time, so she knows what I like. And when it comes to canned Odin, beef is where it's at. It's a present from Mayoshi. They're 270 yen each, so savor it, okay? I've been getting tired of eating bananas and chicken lately, but buy these instead from now on. But Mayushi doesn't have enough pocket money to splurge like this all the time. And Mayushi loves bananas and chicken, so she'll keep buying them. I consider saying, you'll get fat if you don't eat frozen foods. But that threat's not very effective against Mayuri, so I hold my tongue. Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat, no matter how much she eats. Oh wait, there's more, ta-da! Next, she produces a small box with a Rhinet illustration. Rhinet sausage. It comes with an Upa bottle cap as a bonus. I really wanted it, so I bought it. She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle. Something tells me that in a few months' time, this lab will be neck deep in Upa goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially. So how's Daru-kun? He's in the midst of a hard fight. He should at least rest a little. I mean, I never said he has to do it all at once. Daru-kun's Super Haka spirit is on fire. Don't say Haka. An empty Diet Cola bottle comes whistling through the air. Oh, jeez. It hits my head with a nice thunk. He sure is tense. Mayuri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat the Odin. That's one more thunk than required. Jeez, that's a throwback. But isn't hacking bad? Mayushi doesn't want you to do bad things. I would be a fool to let Daru's hacker skills go to waste. Incidentally, it looks like the hackers hijacked CERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through. Besides, we're doing this to expose CERN's wrongdoings. This is a war against the dark forces that secretly rule the world. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna clear my throat really quick. Alright, sorry about that. Bad things are bad. More mail. Bring, bring. This is Amane Suzuha. First email. What? Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay, don't worry. I won't email you too much. Suzuha is the worker, right? At the CTR? Yeah, the intern, basically. part-time warrior. Yeah. Just checking. Finally made a friend here. Yay, don't worry, I won't email you too much. And I might be slow to reply, too. I'm kind of new to this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. Tutudu? Tutudu confirmed. Yeah. What do I wanna... That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. Friend here. Where were you living before? Don't email me too much. I'm gonna be slow to reply. Haven't used cell phones much. I'll ask her where she's been before. Bad things are bad. Huh? That's unusual. Mayuri usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit it. We are doing a bad thing. But there's no way we can stop now. I need to change the subject. Mayuri, want to trade my sweet potatoes for your beef? Eh? If you want to trade, I'd rather have your quail egg. Don't be ridiculous. Next to beef, quail eggs are my favorite. But Mayushi likes quail eggs too. Settle for my chikua. Chikua? Is that how you pronounce it? Settle for my chikua. Alright. Okay. Chikua's better than sweet potatoes. With that said, I skewer the chikua and put it in Mayuri's can. And I get her beef in return. Solution: judo chop her and take everything. Oh, that's a play and a half right there. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Mwahahaha. Soon. If I can just get to the SQL table, I'll have more than enough passwords. Yeah, you're no match for me. Daru started talking to himself. Looks like things are falling into place. Daru really is a super hacker. I think this is the first time I've seen him serious. Daru bends himself forward, staring holes into the screen. But all I see on the screen is the same string of numbers and letters. Oh. Come on. Yes. Oh. You can't hide from me, you naughty thing, you. How does it feel to be naked? Hiya! Ha ha ha! Valid SQL syntax? What is SQL, even? His eyes are bloodshot, and he started rambling. Database language? Okay, thank you. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to him. Daru opens up a new window, types in a 12-character string, then slams the enter key. An air sound rings. He quickly deletes the string and enters in a new one. He keeps repeating that sequence until finally... There he goes. Oh, yes! Matching ID and password. Login complete. Heck yeah. Taste it. Yes! What enthusiasm. Did you get it? The smug jerk runs around with an expression of immense satisfaction. As if he's gone to la petite mort. A condition of mental and physical release unique to male physiology, characterized by a feeling of supreme calm and composure. Entering the state is almost like becoming an empty shell, also known as hypersage time or saint time. Mission complete. Really? Well, that's for Steins Gate 0, Brent. Is that... This game is what... Like, what? You read fast as heck. Yeah, but that... Is that... Wait, is that Steins Gate 0 or Steins Gate, the one I'm playing? The sequel. How long is that one compared to this one, would you say? that's amazing. I don't really get it though. Similar, I think? Okay. Good to know. After 20 hours of agony, it's finally over. To show Daru my appreciation, I toss him an unopened Odin can. An Odin can's the best after a job well done. Well done. You really are the world's greatest super hacker. Hacker. At least the animes are going to be, so it should be too... It shouldn't be too different. That's fair. So, like, just like, for example, if like the Steins Gate anime was 25 episodes, I'm not sure how long it is. It's just, for example, if it's 25, Steins Gate Zero anime is going to be about 25 as well. Is that what you're saying? Okay. No, stop pressing the skip button. Hacker, I'm glad you're on my side. So did you find out how they're planning to destroy the world? I haven't looked yet, man. All I did was get us connected. I feel like now that he's like hacked in, now that he's like not looking at it now, he could get disconnected anytime. But it's all downhill from here. I'm sorry if you're tired, but please start checking. The keys to this conspiracy have got to be in there. Yeah, I'll do it. But let me eat this Odin can first. After a short meal break, yeah, there you go. After a short meal break, Daru taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before. The question is whose password belongs to. Why's that? I went to CERN's database and got a data table. From there, I focused on people with simple passwords like 111-11111 and ABCDEF8AFGH to get my hands on an ID. It'd be awesome if this turns out to be the server admins log on, but I doubt that we're that lucky. I don't think we're that lucky. In Japanese, please? Same. Basically, if this is the server admin's password, then we can taste every inch of CERN's luscious flesh. But if it's just an ordinary researcher's passwords, then we can only see the very top. I don't know. Daru-kun, that's naughty. Put the erotic examples. Basically, you mean there'll be limits to what information we can access. Exactly. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get a server... Oh, it's him. Sorry. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get a server admin's password. Let's save that for later. I'm really sleepy now. It would be cruel to push Daru any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest so he can regain his energy. Oh, looks like our ID belongs to an accelerator division chief. He just keeled over and died. Harsh. So it's not a server admin? It would take a miracle to get one on our first try. How many staff members do you think CERN has? How many? Over 6,000. Yeah, how many of those are server admins? That many? At least 300. I wouldn't doubt it. Well, for now, let's look at this accelerator division chief. His name is Jack. Let's look at his email log. And of course, the emails come up in English. This better not be... Oh no, I'm sorry, no, it's John Titer I was thinking about. This guy's Jack. I was like, if this is John, I'm mad. Oh no, that makes Mayushi's head hurt. Huh. It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. Daru, what does that say? Need to translate it. Is the job for Dr. Excite. A machine translation site. Alright. Simple enough. No, I've got a better idea. Daru boots up the translation software and auto-translates the open page. Disgusting English, yeah. I hate that language. Am I right, guys? Auto-translate the open page. Poor, unnatural Japanese shows up. The first line says, Happy New Year. Looks like a New Year's greeting. Something about going on vacation in Spain. Lucky jerk. That email's normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. If we keep scouring the log like this, we can also identify the server manager. You know, looking through someone else's email without permission makes me feel really guilty. Happy New Year, you're all fired. Where did that even come from? Mayuri gets depressed and moves away from the computer. She sits on the sofa and hugs her giant upa cushion with a sigh. Tough times, dude. I agree. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable. However, I abandoned guilt when I chose the path of evil long ago. Wahaha! Let the responsibility be mine. I will not ask you to answer for my crimes. What a guy. I thought I couldn't... What the heck? I'm not even gonna read that. I decline your offer. Good choice. Now get peeking, Daru. You don't remember that line? From the show? I would hope that they didn't have that in the show. Okunin, you're bad. You make me Mayushi sad. That's of no concern to me. You just sit there and pretend your hands are clean. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. Which one? Right here. In English, naturally. Looks like he sends emails like these almost daily. Yeah, probably not in the show, I would agree. LHC Experiment Reports. There should be a hint of time machines in there. We should try reading them. This is definitely a crime, though. That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. What comes up is an unintelligible series of symbols. This is encrypted. Ugh. Of course it isn't that simple. Oh, cracking this should be a piece of cake. Nice. Super hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Dado undoes the security in less than 10 minutes. Jeez. Time for Dado to explain the LHC. What is the LHC again? What is the LHC? I forget. Oh, that. Okay, right. Forgot that was the acronym for it. The real time sync is deciphering the crappy machine translation. Translated in the proper Japanese, it's... That's not Japanese. What the heck are you talking about? Hi, Paul. Pole or pole? Pole. I don't know. That's acting completely unnecessary. That acting is completely unnecessary. Aw. Uploaded today's data to the server. The LHC is performing admirably. Can't say the same about the rest, though. This baby's fickle as a cat, but it was surprisingly obedient this month. It'd be great if it stayed like this forever. This is getting meta? What are you talking about? Oh, the character... How is it getting meta? It says that it's him talking. I'm just doing the Itaru voice. But you don't think this work is unrewarding? This kitten, this 27-kilometer long kitten, has been in operation for 9 years. Our research will change the course of history. Yet only a small group of people will be allowed to see it. Of course, if it were ever officially released, it would be one heck of a scandal. People would probably say something like, "Call Robert Zemeckis to CERN right away. He could build in less than a year." I'm voice acting for characters trying to voice act? Ugh. 9 years? It's just him reading it. Is he doing an impression? I guess he is. Kinda what he said. Dara finishes reading. I rub my temples with my thumbs. Calm down. Let's sort things out. Yeah, okay. Do you think there was any translation errors in that email? Did Dara notice something unnatural too? He's not joking like he usually does. If you trust the translation software, then that's what it says. Japanese is strange in places though. This is strange in places though. What are you? 9 years? Work hard, work years. That doesn't make any sense. I thought the LHC was only to put in operation around spring last year, but this email makes it sound like it's been in operation for 9 years. That is strange. The email's send date is this year, 2010. So 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Titor posted this on @channel yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. I gulp. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed a trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. Back to the Future? I groan. No way. Was I right? CERN's hiding a major secret from the world? And it's related to time travel? Keep looking, Daru. Search for anything related to the machine research. Seriously? I don't know if Daru's questioning my order, or the possibility that CERN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard. Sorry, he begins tapping on the keyboard again. There aren't any emails with the phrase "time machine" in them, but the phrase Z program was used hundreds of times in the past few months. Do you think it could be about the current LHC experiments? What is it specifically? Black hole formation experiments? Let's try for looking for a document. Ah, found one. Daru opens a PDF attachment. Oh ho ho! Looks like this is top secret stuff from France, England, and Holland. Government secrets? CERN's not even a government organization, so why? Wait, should we be looking at this stuff? We might be in a little deep here. I don't care. Get me details. Hold on. If we get caught, we're not getting off with an apology. Are you so incompetent as to let yourself be traced? I took the necessary precautions. Then I failed to see the problem. Well, thanks. Dara makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into the translation software. Human is dead. Mismatch. May 14th, 137th Z program experiment report. Because we have already succeeded at creating mini black holes, the report is omitted. First, stop! All of a sudden, Titor's prediction became a reality. So CERN did use the LHC to create generate mini black holes. Time for plot to happen again? Alright. But they announced that their experiments still haven't succeeded. So why? Oh, that's Itaru, sorry. But they announced that their experiments still haven't succeeded, so why? This is what Titer was referencing when he posted. Don't believe what they say. But the goal of the experiment wasn't even to generate many black holes. It was to create new elementary particle reactions. Dara doesn't waste his doesn't take his he doesn't take his wide eyes off the monitor. I could not read that. But in reality, they're already generating those many black holes. Sure does seem like it. What does it say next? My greatest weakness. Wide eyes. Results. Error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, consult Jellyman's report number 14. We propose that further experiments be halted until the lifter is perfected and all local field conformity points are online. Daru is Japanese, I assume. Yeah. What does that mean? Human is dead means someone died. Somebody died, right? What? Somebody died? What? I died! Seriously? I groan. This isn't a joke anymore. Something very serious is going on here. Maybe we're in too deep. That phrasing was always haunting to you? Which phrasing is always human is dead? Yeah. Makes it sound very robotic. Huh. And what if we are? I'm not afraid. I'm not. After all, I'm the insane mad scientist, Hoen Kyoma. We can't stop now. I can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of their evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. My throat's gone dry. I swallow my saliva. In an attempt to keep whatever composure I can, I scold myself for being so faint of heart. What is this Jellyman's report? Daru starts typing once I ask my question, but he soon clicks his tongue. I can't find it in Jack's email. We'll need an account with more privileges. Then we'll save that for next time. Search for something related to time machines. You know we're not going to find anything, right? After that, Dara spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerator Division Chief's email, but he doesn't find anything about time machines. Words like Accelerator Technical Committee and LHC Project Lead came up, so I guess we should look for an ID from there. Maybe we can get some information. You can't look it up with the ID you have? Dara shakes his head. Well, I guess let's call it a day. By the way, what we just saw was CERN's biggest server, but I also found a strange database on the network. Strange how? It was buggy. Buggy? I mean, it was full of some kind of code. But the code was gibberish. Utterly impossible to decode. Thank you very much. Could it be encrypted? Not by any algorithm I've ever seen. It wouldn't even work as a program. It just bothers me. Why would they have a database that nobody could ever use? Personal guess is that like it's just like some trap. Like if you work there, you're told to not go there ever. So then if anyone hacks and they try to look through that, then like people realize like, hey, someone's looking through this, they must have hacked us. That's just what I personally think. My guess. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, please. Just. That is strange. I'll see what I can find out. Dara tries every trick in the book to crack that mystery database. After about an hour, the pistons he has for fingers begin speeding up. Eventually, he just slams the keyboard out of frustration. Ugh. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. You call this a program, idiot? Go to hell. Oh great, he snapped. I think you should stop. Mayuri puts down her sewing tools and turns to Daru with a worried look on her face. My head is spinning. I can't take it anymore. This is bad. Daru's breaking down. Maybe I'm pushing him too far. Has he gotten a chance to sleep yet? Like, I forget if we've actually had that time skip where they go to sleep to actually give him some rest. Okay, no, we have. This literally just this line. If I just read that, he's been up 2 days straight. He's probably at his limit. Good work. Go rest, Daru. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, even if it isn't a bug, but an actual program, only the guys who made it could understand it. I've never seen anything like it. A program unlike anything he's seen. Huh. More mail! At this moment, music bursts from my pocket. It's from John Titor. Bring, bring. Are you being honest? If everything you wrote is true, then we have a lot to talk about, particularly concerning the IBM 5100's hidden functionality, which I have not mentioned to anybody yet. I am indeed surprised that you know about it. However, I have not gone to the year 2000, though it's possible I may go there later. There are three possible explanations. First, the John Titor who appeared in 2000 is my future self. In other words, I go to 2000 later and write about the things you have told me. But that would cause a chicken or an egg paradox, wouldn't it? Second, you're delusional or making things up. For the sake of serious discussion, let's set this possibility aside. Third, you may have seen something I wrote on a different world line. This would mean that 10 years ago, you existed on a different world line than the one we're on now. However, that raises another issue. When the world line changes, the entire timeline is reconstructed from past to future in order to prevent a paradox. From occurring. That was proven in 2036. In other words, it should be impossible for you to retain memories of a previous world line. Unless you too are a time traveler, that is. Do you have any idea what the cause could be? I gulp. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of getting used to reading this wrapped text, but it definitely would help to have that patch. A flash runs through my head like an electric clock. There's quite a bit of text. But what catches my eye are the first several lines. I could see that being the case, Brent. But yeah. It would make sense for realism, but still from a game design perspective, I don't know about it. There's quite a bit of text, but what catches my eye are the first several lines. I already read that. Still a bad play, yeah. Hehehe. Of course. Everything is falling into place. What you talking about? Mayuri looks at me curiously, but I don't have time to answer her. I'm frantically assembling the pieces in my mind. John Titor, CERN, the time machine. These things are all connected. And now I have another piece of the puzzle. I shiver at my own brilliance. Dart, I think I know how we can read that program. Don't wake him up. He's trying to sleep. Seriously? How? I aim my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposedly bugged data and take a picture. Oh, okay. That picture sound always catches me off guard. What the heck? There we go. I attach it to a message to Does this code look familiar? I'd send it to Titer. A mysterious database inside CERN. A program unlike anything Super Hakadaru has ever seen. Its true form is... If my hunch is correct, John Titer should know. What? There's no... What? There's no way. Say what you like. We'll know soon enough. We wait for Titer's reply. There's only been a few minutes. It feels like an eternity to me. More mail? It's here. Okay, that's just Titer. That's written in proprietary IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can only decipher it with an IBM 5100. You know, so that makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. That might have been, but yeah. Alright, so I quickly open their email, and its contents are enough to raise goosebumps on my entire body. Heh. Heh heh heh. Just as I suspected. Huh? I was right, Daru. I know where that data comes from. An IBM 5100. That retro PC has a certain special function. In fact, for more than 25 years after it went to market in 1975, nobody knew of it save a few IBM engineers. That function was first brought to light by the John Titer who appeared in 2000. A while after Titer posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzuha about this only yesterday. They can also decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Now it's a dead programming language, only decipherable with an IBM 5100. What an incredible coincidence. A prime example of synchronicity at work. A meaningful coincidence. Simultaneity. The feeling that two causally unrelated events have a meaningful deterministic relationship. For example, a vase fell and shattered, and at the same time, my grandmother died in the hospital. Nearly everyone has felt synchronicity at some point in their lives, a concept advocated by Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, 1875 to 1961. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings. No. No, I say. This discovery of ours was inevitable from the start. For this is the choice of Steins Gate. Wait, so CERN has bought an IBM 5100 database? Those machines weren't compatible with any modern software. Why would they do something like that? Alexa, buy adult diapers. Anyone ever look into how much of this is actually true? Like, is someone claiming to be named John Titer and a time traveler actually popped up in 2000? Really? Someone actually did that? Answer me this. What is the best way to secure a machine against external cracking? Really? I'm gonna look at this really quick. Jeez. And there's even the IBM 5100 in here. I'm gonna read that later. What is the best way to secure a machine against external cracking? In computer terminology, actions including illegal access to network systems and data tampering, often confused with hacking. But hacking originally means the constructive study of software. Cracking, on the other hand, is a malicious act. Well, it makes standalone. Make it standalone, of course. A computer that is not connected to any other computer network. Alright? Darter quickly catches onto the intent of my question. If only IBM 5100s can read it. And I guess that's kind of standalone. Which means that CERN's keeping most of their important secrets hidden there. How do you know about the hidden function anyway? It's recorded in my brain's extensive index librarium. Prohibitorum. Tyler said it himself 10 years ago, but Dara wouldn't believe me even if I told him the truth. Very original. I ignored Dara's retort. Stand count 3. Oh, okay. I thought he was just making himself sound smart. Gross. Mayuri, we have important matters to discuss. Assemble.
Huh? I can hear you fine from here.
Mayuri's sewing. She doesn't get off from the sofa. Chuni scum at its finest. What is Chuni? It doesn't matter whether you can hear or not. This meeting concerns the fate of the future gadget laboratory. Nay, the fate of mankind. Chuni Bio, what are you... Not 100% sure what you're talking about. I'm sorry. So I want it to feel more secretive, like we're scheming or something. It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange... Oh! Make me read more stuff? Often, derisive Japanese slang meaning middle school, second years. Okay. Oh, I think that's actually one of the things on this. Oh yeah, it's right here. 8th grade syndrome. Okay. Yeah, I remember this now. It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. I'm sorry. It's all Mayuri's fault.
Mayushi won't participate in your evil schemes.
Well, I can't have everything my way. Listen, you two. Henceforth, the future gadget laboratory shall begin emergency top secret operations. This shall be the first stage in our war against the dark powers that manipulate the world from the shadows. Our enemy is CERN, a scientific institute engaged in the most evil research imaginable. Okurin, you're too loud, and I've been up all night. This guy still has not gotten any sleep. I'll feel awful for him. Crap, I guess I am being too loud. That kind of ruins the whole secret feeling. And the window's open too. If Suzuha is down below, I'm sure she can hear everything. So I turn it down a notch. Understand? The world has no need for two mad scientists. Before they can get ahead of us, we must outwit them. Why not close the window? I guess it is really hot in here. Probably keeping it open for ventilation. Who are they? You know, them.
Mayoshi doesn't get it at all.
Basically, we must obtain the Phantom Retro PC, the IBM 5100, said to be located somewhere in Akiba. I make a magnificent declaration, but Dara just rubs his eyes, and Mayuri returns to her needlework. Dang it. Is there anything you guys react to? We've uncovered a massive conspiracy here. How come you aren't excited? I'll pass on the search. I'm seriously tired. Besides, I want to keep combing CERN's server. That's true. Well, you're the only one who can do that, Daru, so I'll leave it to you. So the IBM 5100's investigation squad shall consist of Mayuri and me.
I can't.
Mayuri makes an apologetic face.
I have to make costumes, and I have work too.
Ugh. So basically, you two are telling me that I'm the only one with free time. Fine, I'll manage alone somehow. It's useless to try and stop me, understood?
Are you going to do something bad again?
No, he's old talk. I leave my useless comrades behind and stride gallantly out of the lab. I step out onto the street. Immediately, a bicycle skids to a stop in front of me. Is that Suzuha? Yeah, that's Suzuha. Hiya, Okabe Rintaro. Suzuha gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange reading. I want to ask, are you an American or something? But I'm distracted by your shiny bicycle. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Bronze Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that sent her back. I mean, it does look pretty expensive. Pretty nice technique there. Bicycles are fun, aren't they? I'd never ridden one before coming here. You've never ridden a bicycle? Nope. I've ridden motorcycles before, though. Isn't that backward? Yeah, I'm curious how it is to ride a motorcycle, especially without knowing how to ride a bicycle. Weird girl. And what's with that flashy braking back there? I think it'd be pretty dangerous if she did all that. If she did that all through town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. If you're gonna go full speed, at least wear a helmet. Going to work now? Yep. The Bronze Tube Workshop's shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until 11 or 12. Around 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when. It seems to change with Mr. Braun's mood. That's perfect. There's something we need to talk about. Eh? But I need to get the shop ready for business. Just what does this from the old Bronze Tube Workshop need to get ready? Nothing really. Jeez. I just mindlessly sweep in front of the shop. If I clean inside, the boss gets angry. Everything's where it needs to be, he says. So he's paying her to not clean? Something's wrong with that guy. So hear me out then. But I'm so tired. In other words, she doesn't feel like talking. I glare at her. You would be unwise to anger me. Does it have to be right now? My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all. But I still maintain my stern expression and nod. Then go ahead. Suzuha shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle. Then she turns to me. But keep it short, okay? Where's the IBN 5100? No intel yet. What? You're expecting another sand power, to be honest? I don't know. Oh. But by the way, the way you talked yesterday, it sure sounded like you knew. Faris. I didn't say anything about Akiba. Truth of the world. Wait, okay, hold on. What was my last conversation with her? Operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to... And I said, a part of the mundane world, nonsense, this town has belonged to chaos for centuries, as it shall forevermore. And then she said, I didn't say anything about Akiba. If you want to learn the truth of the world, then come to me at once. It's time for the prelude to ruin. The grand banquet to begin. Though we talked yesterday, it sure sounded like you knew. No, I know someone who knows. Then take me to them. I won't take no for an answer. Refuse and I'll show you a living hell. I can't. Come on, I even said I'd show you a living hell. I can't introduce you even if I wanted to. What do you mean? Don't tell me they're an imaginary... They've been dead for years. Oh. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Anyway, there's nothing I can tell you. Honestly, I'm hoping you can tell me something. Suzuha pats me on the shoulders. Funny, you think I'm the one who's supposed to cheer her up. Just then, Mr. Braun opens the door and makes his appearance. I have not given this guy a voice yet. What am I gonna do for him?
Hey.
I mean, that's kind of similar to the Itaru. Deep and gruff.
Hey, part-timer. It's only your third day and you're late. It's only your third day and you're late?
Super high pitch. Sorry, boss. The streets were a little crowded this morning. Grizzled veteran.
If you're not gonna take this seriously, I can always give you the boot here. As for you, Okabe, don't you lay a finger on my part-timer.
Jotaro. Give him the Jotaro voice. I'll try Jotaro. Aren't you the lecherous one here, Mr. Braun?
Why you? Just try saying something like that in front of Nae. I'll murder you. Gotta keep my honor as a father.
It's like my best Jotaro voice.
Besides, I ain't got no use for a skinny kid like her.
What was that? Take that back, boss. Suzuha's actually mad now.
What, you mad?
I'm not a kid, I'm a warrior.
Yere. Huh. What are you talking about?
Suzuha's burning passion has the manager shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Suzuha's hand and grasp it firmly. I like the look in your eyes, you part-time warrior. They shine with the radiance of the beast unseen in modern men. Never forget those eyes of yours, and you shall surely change the class from part-time warrior to true warrior. But I'm already a warrior. Stay diligent in your training, and you shall have a place at my side, on the field of Ragnarok. In Norse mythology, the final war of the gods, Twilight of the Gods. Alright. Ragnarok? Suzuha looks confused. What's that? The final battle against CERN. You got something like that planned? Count me in if you do. But I've never heard of it. Of course you haven't. This is the first time I've revealed it. For I shall be the one to initiate Ragnarok. And the world shall be reborn. Hoenn is Thor, I guess. Wow, you sure are brave, Okabe Onitaro. You'll probably fail, but I like your spirit. I kind of assumed that's what you meant. Wait, Hakamon. Hoenn is Thor. I wish my comrades were as spirited as you are. Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a sec. Why does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? Looks like I need to instill the fear of Hoenn Kyoma into this girl.
Why does my store not... Wait. Why does my store check nothing but weirdos? Dang. Whatever, part-timer. Just come inside.
Coming! Later, Okabe Rintaro. Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads inside the store. Wait up, Okaden! Then Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha. So you're going to help me search after all? That's the lab mem spirit. Oh, no, that's not it. I was thinking about buying lunch. She really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet. So, where do you plan to go? What to eat? Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip as she walks. Sanbo's beef ball sounds good. This tiny high school girl truly has guts to enter Sanbo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colorful menus and brightly lit interiors. First-timers are often crowded by old-school atmosphere. Hello? Okay. I thought the game, stopped on me there. Plus, the clientele is almost exclusively male. But Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there, shoulder to shoulder with students and salaryman, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Meanwhile, at the Sanbists, regular Sanbo customers are posting comments like, "The goddess has arrived," or "Goddess for the win." But Sanbo isn't open this early. I try to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really has vanished from the world. I look around and see Mayuri. She's just standing like about 2 meters further from you than she was. And you're like, I lost her! I look around and see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Here we go again. She stopped in the middle of the street, so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky, as if entranced. And then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Your nice stand name. Now she's got to stand. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. It's not night. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish.
I feel like I can reach the stars.
When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first, she only reached out to the night sky, but lately she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, even when she's walking and talking with someone, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy. It's too early for stars, Mayuri. I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face.
Did you know? Even during the day, the stars are still up there.
Getting philosophical is nice and all, but it's dangerous to stop in the middle of the street.
That's true. Oh, just now, when I was looking at the stars, I decided to have ramen for lunch today.
How are ramen and stars even related? Mayuri's mind works in mysterious ways. I know I said I'd search for the IBN 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I spent about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from a juice stand inside Yodobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get quite crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to people coming out. I know Daru's well acquainted with retro PCs. But is there anyone else? Oh yeah, Shining Finger was obsessed with the IBN 5100, wasn't she? I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon, though. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. But I decide not to bother. I finish my drink and wander towards Chuodori. Then comes an email, almost as if on cue. From Shining Finger. Will you get back to me already? Moeka. Bring, bring. It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scan the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well. I guess I'll send her a reply. I don't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. In the email, I asked her to call and include my phone number. I don't think she's gonna do that. She has specifically said that she does not like to call. Now I just have to wait for her response. And there it is. She's like, no, I'm not gonna call you. You finally contacted me. I don't feel like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead. Please? Moeka. Wait, she wants it by email? There's a lot to cover. Rather than I have to type it all out. I need to find out her phone number. Give me your phone number. Along with any information you have on the IBN 5100. And send. I look up after finishing my email and see a huge crowd of people in front of Radicon. I guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. Pretty sure this is the place I meet her. Shining fingers. Radicon is still closed. Makes sense. And of course, the satellite is still there. Not 30 seconds pass before I get a reply. Right as I'm about to look down and read the email, I catch sight of a familiar face in the crowd. Ah! Well, if it isn't my assistant, what are you doing here? Can I not open my phone? Hey, when did I become your assistant? She looks like she'll snap at me. So to dampen her spirit, I go back to check my email. What a guy. What is wrong with this woman? I don't have anything. How about you? Like, I love how it's just call me. I told her to tell me her phone number and she just ignored me. And she doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be? Why are you glaring at me? Was that my voice for her? For Kurisu? Why are you glaring at me? Something like that. Don't worry about it. You're not the cause of my frustration. Oh. So you're just raging. Don't glare at me. You've glared at me before, haven't you? That's because you keep doing pervy... Ah, no, I'm not saying anything. Another one? Tell me the Super Hacker's address. Oh my god. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the Super Hacker's address? You making fun of me with that music note? You're not getting anything from me. Anyway, why does she need to send me 2 short consecutive emails? I mean, she might as well just combine them into one. I do that way too much, like, because I say something and then I'm like, oh wait, I gotta say this as well. Ugh. Are the emails you're getting really that important? Really that unpleasant? They're more unreasonable than unpleasant. I can't quite describe it in one word. Describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you, just gather your thoughts and send everything together. Sending mail, mail sent. I feel a little satisfied after sending that email. I turn to Kurisu again. So, Christina, what brings you here? If you're going to call me names, could you at least be consistent? Anyway, my business here doesn't concern you. Why are you pouting? I'm not pouting. I just don't want to get involved in your silly games again. Nonsense. You're already a lab mem. You have a duty to work for the benefit of the lab. Well, she is only a temporary member. No, it's because she's a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can. I regret losing myself to curiosity back then. Kurisu sighs and looks up at the satellite. We're not alone. Several other people are standing here and looking up. It's Akiba's latest tourist attraction. Did you come to see the satellite? I guess. It doesn't make any sense. Normally they calculate satellites' orbits so that they burn up in the atmosphere when they fall. So how can that thing be in such perfect condition? Give me a second, I'm gonna be right back. Short break. I gotta do something really quick. Alright, sorry about that. So just... How many calculate satellites? Yeah. And that's nothing... And that's to say nothing about the huge hole it punched in the building. Are satellites that durable? Where's this satellite from, anyway? I still don't know. Rumors say it's from the former Soviet Union, but Russia denies it. So it looks like they can't remove it yet. 3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy. So it's another organization cover-up? So it's another organization cover-up. They knew I'd be at RowdyCon and tried to erase me. Organization? What's that? The organization is the organization. Its formal name is something else, but all those who know of its existence call it the organization out of fear. They rule the world from the shadows, transcending nations with politics, economics, religion, even science in their clutches. That's obviously a crackpot conspiracy theory, thank you very much. Phrases commonly used on the internet as a way of punctuating a statement. It originates from a story posted on an @channel, in which a man tries to pass his bodily fluids off as a popular soft drink. It was obviously blank, thank you very much. You're gonna head to bed? Alright. Thanks for chilling. I think I'll see you tomorrow. Yep, see ya. Yeah, see ya. Thank you very much. Kurusu hangs her head and blushes for some reason. What's wrong? Nothing. Really. Nothing, okay? Say another word and I'll hit you. And I hit you. Crazy girl. Anyway, what's happened with the phone wave? I thought you didn't want to get it. I thought you didn't want to get involved. And it's not the phone wave, it's the phone wave named subject to change. Just answer me. Have you learned anything? No progress. We've tried repeating the experiment, but at present, we haven't been able to reproduce the discharge phenomenon or send another email to the past. I see. Another email. Was I being annoying? I'm sorry. But I really need information on the IBN 5100. And you're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you, Okabe-kun. I swear I won't send any short mails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBN 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn anything. So let's work together, okay? Moeka. Looks like she's rethinking things. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any more email assaults. Hello? Hello? Can you put your phone away when you're talking with someone? Don't be like that. Rather, you should praise me, for I have taught a foul male demon to behave like a civilized human being. Why are you so pompous? I'd ask you the same thing, Christina. Ugh. Okay, let's send a reply. Apology accepted. I'm looking for an IBN 5100 too. I agree that we should exchange information. I'll let you know when I have something. You don't need to reply to this mail. I typed that out and sent it. Are you done with your little mail exchange, Hohen-san? Oh, so you remember my true name? Indeed, I am Hohen Kyoma. I was being facetious. How was that facetious? You called me by my correct name. You made no mistake. You'll make a good assistant. Okabe-san, have you sought professional help? I'm not Okabe. This is exhausting. So about the phone wave, named subject to change. After the experiment, you screamed something like, a time machine. It can't be. Did something awaken a past trauma? No, and don't go making one up either. Back when she was 5 years old, Christina was on the plains of Arkansas when lightning. I wasn't hit by lightning. I wasn't living. I was still living in Japan when I was 5. And why Arkansas? I was trying to imagine tranquil scenery, and the first state that came to mind was Arkansas. Second was Oregon. Not Utah? I mean, relatively speaking, isn't Utah more suitable? Then answer me, Christina. Why did you freak out back? Why did you freak out back then? No reason. I simply didn't want to believe. Fringe science should stay in the realm of fiction. Fringe science? Don't be ridiculous. You saw it with your own eyes. You saw the email leap onto the past. You saw the banana travel instantly through space. I saw, but we must be missing something. Or maybe we're just seeing what we wanted to see. Remember what I said at ATF? Time machines are just a pipe dream given modern technology. And yet a bunch of amateurs like you could stick a phone and a microwave together and expect time travel to occur? Ridiculous. But it did occur. Will you deny what you saw with your own eyes? Are you saying that theories trump reality? Even I hope you enjoy sophistry and word games. That's all you'll ever have. What do you mean word games? Quantum theory, for example. If you ask me, theories like that are nothing but word games. Wait, are you rejecting modern physics? Who do you think you are? Trust what you see. The only things that matter are things that happen. Things that don't happen, things that aren't observed. Wait. Things that aren't observed are just hypotheses. When hypotheses pile up and theories are verified, they become reality. That's how modern physics come to understand the truth of the universe. But sometimes your hypotheses are mistaken. Even Einstein was wrong about some things. So you're going to do nothing just because you could be wrong? And enjoy your dirty little lab and your silly gadgets, because that's all you'll ever have. You'll never reach the truth that way. Failure teaches success. I see. Nice rebuttal. You're never getting off your high horse, are you? By the way, Christina, I've always felt that, Psychicists? What? I've always felt that psychicists are hypocrites. What? They are phenomena that everyone knows to occur in reality, but which physicists? Oh, physicists. Wait, is that what it said? Physicists. Wow, I don't know how I messed that up so bad. They're phenomena that everyone knows to occur in reality, which physicists refute to research. What do you think about that? I don't know what to say unless you can give me some examples. Ghosts, for instance. The occult? Really? You refuse to research it just because it's the occult? That contradicts what you just said. You'll never reach the truth that way. We really out here ignoring the first few letters of a word? I think the first few letters are what threw me off, the fizz. I don't know. People have seen ghosts. There's even photographic evidence. So where are the theories? Why do physicists refuse to speak? It's a different field of study. You can't call physics the study of natural phenomena, then decide some things don't count. True, but... And that's why we must investigate the phenomenon of sending emails to the past. You shall assist me. No. Kurisu gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me. I won't have a hand in your fringe science. I won't make the same mistake my father did. Your father? You make a fine argument, but it won't work in the scientific community. The day you decide to research time travel is the day you're out of a job. How can you be so certain? Because that's what happened to my father. Kurisu grimaces. My father, a physicist, loved time machines. He was so fascinated by Wells' The Time Machine that he seriously studied time travel. But because of his obsession, he was practically exiled from the scientific community. I will never get involved with time travel research. This time, her sheer force of will gave me pause. I think she's really mad. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say? I'm sorry, I got emotional. She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me. Mwahaha! Don't worry about it. I wanted to test your character, so I made you angry on purpose. Huh? Anyway, the phone wave isn't a time machine. Email is a man-made system, so this phenomenon should be explainable in the scope of that system. I understand. I had no idea you hate time machines that much. It's almost like an allergy. I apologize for forcing you to become a lab man. You don't have to come again. I wasn't planning on it. But know this, Christina. Don't call me Christina. Lab mem number 004 will be a retired number. That number is yours forever. I finished my speech and turned back to Kurisu. And turned my back to Kurisu. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. It's kind of hard to walk like this. Hope I don't bump into anyone. Why would you even do that? Like, what is his purpose here of walking with his eyes closed? Wait, am I even walking straight? You look ridiculous. My shoulder is suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backward. What are you doing? You've ruined my perfectly staged exit scene. And you call yourself my assistant? No, I don't call myself your assistant, and besides, I still have something to ask you. Dang it. Her stubbornness has already returned. I asked you about this before, but you said I got stabbed, right? I demand an explanation. Ah, yes. The other real-life phenomenon that is yet to be explained. That was just something I hallucinated. Let's just leave it at that for now. Why would you dream about me? I don't know. And it wasn't a dream, it was a hallucination. You said something about Dr. Nakabashi, didn't you? Dr. Nakabashi held a time machine presentation at Radicon that day. That presentation was cancelled because of the satellite crash. So it seems, but in my hallucination, the presentation proceeded as planned. Mayuri and I went to see it, and you came over to flirt with me. I don't flirt, especially not with idiots like you. Like I said, it wasn't real, okay? No, maybe this world is what isn't real. That would explain the riddle of the phone wave, named subject to change. If this world is some kind of simulation, then we can disregard the laws of physics. Escapism? That's unexpectedly chicken of you. It's a hypothesis. Your favorite thing. So who stabbed me? Don't tell me it was you. I recall the sight of Kurisu collapsing in a puddle of blood. It sends shivers down my spine. Was that really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood. You're already dead when I got there. I didn't see who did it. I don't get it. Why do I have to die in your mind? You have something against me? Of course not. At the point in time, we had only spoken once. We were just strangers. Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I read in the magazine. Anyway, we didn't know each other. That's why I ran away instead of calling for an ambulance. My hero. What, do you want me to go back in time and give you a CPR or something? I need to use a phone wave named subject to change for that. I've heard enough. No more hallucinating about me, okay? Dying isn't fun, even if it's in someone else's head. can't make any guarantees. That would require perfect 24-hour surveillance inside my brain. You have a comeback for everything, don't you? Kurisu shakes her head in his desperation, then turns and walks off towards the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time, I grabbed Kurisu's slender shoulder from behind.
Yeah, what now?
I'm not done talking.
You trying to pick a fight?
It's revenge for ruining my farewell scene, Christina. You shall regret your thoughtless actions.
Okay, okay. Fine, what is it?
About the IBN 5100.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you don't know, then forget about it. Farewell. We will not meet again. I turn my back to Kurisu. This time I'll make it perfect. Oh my gosh.
Hey, don't tell me to forget about it.
She grabs my arm.
Dang it. This is the second time. What is the IBN 5?
Whatever. The IBN 5100. It's a retro PC from 1975. I'm looking for one.
Yeah? What are you gonna do with it?
Looks like she's interested. She wants the same. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is just brimming with curiosity. Interested? Kurisu quickly averts her eyes, but she doesn't let go of my arm. You're interested, aren't you?
Just a little.
And I shall answer. The IBN 5100 is the key to unlocking CERN's most closely guarded secrets. CERN?
You mean the CERN?
Indeed. Through the timeless efforts of my faithful lab mems, we have uncovered evidence that CERN is researching time travel. Come, be astonished.
Great. I shouldn't have asked.
Kurisu gives me a cold glare, and then lets go and starts walking away. This time she's gone for good.
Dang you.
Just you watch. I will expose CERN secrets if it's the last thing I do. This is the next day. Thinking about ending the stream here. Because I prefer to end the streams whenever it's a new scene. And the scenes seem to go on for quite a while, so I think now is probably as good a time as any to stop. Unless, like, if any of you can say, like, for sure that this scene is not very long, then I'll do it, but I've been going for, like, almost 3 hours now. Couldn't tell ya? Alright. Yeah, I'll just end here then. Well, just play it and find out? No. I'll play it next time. The real play. That's the problem. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I don't want to go for like another, I don't know, more than 30 minutes. Each scene seems to be like about 30 minutes or more. Well, I don't know if they're that long. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop. But thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging around. Yeah, see ya. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's the patch? Alright. Thank you. And I just gave you a follow, BI. Or BE. I'd appreciate it if you could follow me if you didn't already. But yeah, see you guys. Alright, thanks. I'll see you guys next time.